You know, I was hoping that the infamous mob mentality would be something the internet would leave behind over time, but as it turns out, Twitter, just like war, totally not a Fallout reference, never changes. And I can confirm that unfortunately, just by taking a look at Twitter, absolutely nothing has changed. So this video may be a niche topic because I don't know how popular the guy I'm going to be talking about is, but today we're going to be talking about an artist in specific who goes by the name of Mayo, who's recently been under fire for two things that he did years ago, by the way. So the fact that in 2025 people on Twitter are still looking up into people's past just to cancel them is absolutely pathetic. People can grow up and be better individuals, and I heavily suggest that the mob does the same. Oh wait, it's Twitter. It's like telling a fish to drown in water. Never fucking mind, I guess. So I've taken a good look into those two things that Mayo supposedly did, and let me just say, that apology was 100% not necessary, especially considering the fact that he apologized twice for those things in specific. Like, bro, apologizing once is already enough. We get it. You good. We all do some stupid shit from time to time in life. You regret having done and said those things, and guess what? It's fine because, like I said, people can change for the better, which is a concept that is totally unknown to people who are terminally online on Twitter because they cannot go beyond the mental age of 15. But hey, you know what they say. The mob is gonna do mob things at the end of the day. It's always been like this, and it's always gonna be like this until the sun eventually explodes, completely eradicating the fucking solar system we live in. Now, let's get into the apology statement that Mayo has recently released in regards to those two things that I mentioned. So, Mayo starts off by apologizing for using the N-word back when he was in high school. Which, really? That's it? That's all you did back when you were a teenager that people on Twitter are pissed about? I swear, man, this is why Twitter is an absolute fucking cesspool. People are willing to spend all day on the internet, trying to find something to be mad about, and when they do, they're out for blood so fucking much, to the point where they are willing to take almost everything out of this person's life over the simplest of things. Their jobs, their livelihoods, their careers, or their social medias, whatever. Some people on the internet have said and done so much worse for less. And yet, you got people doing stupid stuff that we all do every day, I'm sure of, that are pretty much classified as nothing more but oopsie doopsies, and yet, the world around them would still crumble and fall apart because the Twitter mob decided that just because of those oopsie doopsies, they are going to be the mob's target of the day. And it's even more pathetic when the mob brings up stuff that was from years ago, when clearly the person in specific that they want to cancel and harass has changed for the better. Let me go ahead and ask this. If it was that much of a problem, why didn't you speak out against it when those things were recent? Like, do you actually care about what this person in specific did? Or is it only to make yourself feel good and get some validation from the world by painting yourself as a good person when in reality, you're most likely far from that? Because if you were actually a good person, you wouldn't try to fuck someone over and basically try to end their career over some minor mistakes that they've said or done a long time ago that they've learned from in order to improve as a person. And plus, he said that word when he was in fucking high school. Let's keep it real here. We've all either said or did or both some absolutely off the wall type of shit at some point during the high school years. I know I did. I wasn't a saint back then, and I'm certainly not a saint now. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. So let me say this with confidence. Out of all the crazy shit that you could say or do in high school, saying the N-word on Discord is either one of the most tame things in the chart or is classified as average in the great scale of things when it comes to being stupid in high school. So apologizing for that is 100% unnecessary. Then, in the last part of the statement, Mayo mentions that his recent artworks have resulted in him getting a lot of criticism and backlash, especially that one Cappy drawing that he mentions specifically. I've taken a look at the drawing in question and I gotta say, This shit is tame as all fuck. This is like surface level type of stuff that you would see on the internet, and I genuinely don't understand how people are offended by that, especially considering that this drawing was supposedly made a long ass while ago. I assume between 2017 to 2021. The landscape of the internet was slightly different back then, so what was considered as acceptable was different during those years. And again, this applies for drawing stuff on the internet as well. People have done so much worse for way less, and yet you got some average Joes simply doing their thing that is within reason, by the way, and somehow they get fucking jumped over it rather than the guys over here who did things that are without a doubt 10 times worse. Something's not right with you. You need to reevaluate your sense of justice and morality, because this right here just isn't it. If you want to do some good and actually be seen as a good person, why don't you go try to cancel some people who actually deserve it? Why don't you go ahead and call out people who are being actual pieces of garbage to society? Especially people that are looking to hurt others, especially children. That way you would be a good person. You would contribute to society by doing your part and making sure that justice remains a core value within society. But hey, if you want to find someone to get mad at on Twitter, go ahead. You do you. But don't cry a river because no one wants to acknowledge you as a good person when you're out there trying to cancel people over some small stuff by taking away their livelihood just so you can stroke your own ego and feel like you've accomplished something in your insignificant life. I don't know, man, this mob mentality status quo or whatever is giving me a headache, so I'm just gonna go ahead and end it here. With that being said, thank you guys very much for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as any form of support means a lot to me. Speaking of support, if you want to show me some extra support for the content I deliver to you guys, you can now become a channel member. You get lots of cool stuff by becoming a member, such as shoutouts, exclusive videos, members only live streams, and even get to be featured in my future videos as background gameplay by having us to chill and play together. All those good vibes. And of course, I thank you so very much for 504 subscribers as of me recording this. You guys are the best. Wouldn't be here without y'all. You know the rest. Notification bell. This was Kether speaking out against the mob mentality. Have a good one. Peace.